9 o'clock, we'll call the Commissioners' meeting to order on February 9th, 2026. I'll let the roll call show that all three commissioners are present. We'll stand with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 4, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Second. Roll call. Aye. Aye. Motion carried. Number 5, consideration, discussion, and possible action to proclaim the week of February 9th through the 13th, 2026 as Farm Bureau Week. Would you guys like to read this, or would you like me to read the proclamation? Okay. Whereas Kay County Farm Bureau is a not-for-profit general farm organization operating within the boundaries of the Kay County of the state of Oklahoma, has served the farmers and ranchers of this great county since 1942. And whereas the Kay County Farm Bureau, through its concern for both agriculture producers and consumers, helps to develop a basic understanding of the complex structure that puts food on the tables of all Americans and most of the world. And whereas the Kay County Farm Bureau has dedicated itself and its members to maintaining agriculture as an honorable and respected profession, which has been the base for much of the economic prosperity in Kay County and the state of Oklahoma. And whereas more than 1,449 member families in Kay County are members of the Kay County Farm Bureau. Now therefore, I, Jeff Crager, Chairman of the Board of Kay County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim the week of February 9th through 13th, 2026 as Farm Bureau Week in the County of Kay, the state of Oklahoma. Second. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
You may need a picture.
Sure.
Come on around behind us here.
Okay.
One done. Hold that. No, hold that. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you guys sign in? Would you sign in so I can get all everybody's name?
All right, number 6, consideration and discussion with Jennifer Mullen and Robert McGee of the Medicare Network regarding business membership plans. We're going to wait on
And
Jennifer.
Jennifer called, and I just wanted to make sure she doesn't.
Sure. I can handle it if you guys want to knock it out. It's not a big
She
deal.
asked if we could wait.
We're going to go ahead and move it down to this.
Okay.
We'll do it.
I think it's our Jennifer, not your Jennifer. Right?
No,
Oh,
it's my job. Yeah, Jennifer Mullen.
Okay, so we're going to come back to number 6. We're going to move on to number 7. Consideration, discussion, and possible action to purchase fire gear from Banner Fire Equipment, Inc. on state contract SW 241 for the Ranch Drive Fire Department. Township 25, North, Range 1 East, Indian Meridian, K County, Oklahoma, for the Zeppelin Land Investments LLC.
And this is not the city limits, so it's in the county, so the commissioners need to sign all of those copies.
What's this for? Okay, just to build Township High.
Individual lots.
Do I?
It's individual, we just sell raw land.
Oh, okay. So it's not something we're maintaining or anything?
It's just a plat.
It's not commitment or anything, so
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll take it.
You did this last week, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I thought you did. I was just making sure.
Well, this is gonna make us feel really good. Tammy doesn't even have any little stickers on this one.
Big.
I guess, right here.
Never done one. Cool.
I have it.
Thank you.
Fine. Yeah, it's 2014.
So is it just one and done, or what's?
No, there's several.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
just,
yes.
just the chairman though? Got it?
Yes, sir.
I need to sign it.
They're not, you guys need to see what else.
Feel like just
How many lots does it end up with?
declaration of
Yeah.
knowledge or something.
16,
So they're pretty good size.
2 to 8 acres.
Oh, okay.
Looks like it's down there. Your thing.
It's on drainage patches down there. Or the river.
That shows 156.
It's me.
If I were in this residence, I would have seen it. Streets are private and will not be maintained by the county.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they get the subdivision built, then they'll be.
See what all these? Well, I've got fancy paper there. I've got fancy paper there. This is?
Yeah, busy week, Brian?
Almost see through.
You know, it's not
It is.
Not too bad.
And, yeah.
So you're coming off tomorrow, so it's, we got two words going.
Do you need any?
I'm good. I just didn't know if you needed me to run them over there to file them.
Do we?
I didn't know if you needed me to run them over to your office to file them or not.
Earn a real living.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can, I mean, I
Okay.
We got that's big.
Awesome, thank
You
you.
need to do this in New York.
I'm not saying that. I mean, you guys sure you could drive a big truck, but.
Yeah, she's a hard worker.
do what?
I'm gonna say we're gonna use New York.
Yeah, I don't think that-
I'm worried about the quality.
Plus you have to walk up 3 flights of stairs to come to our office.
Well, I understand that. Jason's
Those are getting in shape whether you like it or not. Steve was told me if there's an emergency up there, we're just gonna have to wait. All in shape officers are sworn to stomp courthouse.
So they're gonna be in shape after number 10 gets here.
Yeah, okay. Number 9, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve hiring of a project manager for the fountain restoration and open carport garage.
Okay, so I've got two different things on this. I wanna build a little awning out of the same material that's made out of,
motor vehicles, the OSU trailer, and the maintenance vehicle. So there's 4, so we'll have 2 extra.
Are they gonna be open distance?
Oh, so
Yeah, so it'll be,
parking.
it'll be covered on the sides,
Okay.
covered on the top, and like maybe halfway on the front. Just that way leaves and stuff don't get caught in it.
And we're
No making-
definite on that location.
Well, it's wherever the city allows me to build it, or allows us to build it.
Then prefer it here.
They won't let me over there.
I know, but can we do it like in our parking lot?
Yeah, but I don't know if you'll wanna look at it.
No?
I was thinking of aesthetics, but I'll get with you on that.
Yeah, I prefer it over here.
Okay, so, where's that? Do you have that?
I do.
Okay, so, go ahead.
The only comment I have on that is I really would like we wish there was a date. It doesn't say when, from when to when, that this
Okay.
agreement is in effect, so.
Until the completion of the project, or, what date do you want on there? We can put a date in there.
I mean, I want you to give you enough time to get it done.
Well, it's gotta be done before, it's gonna be done by summer,
Okay.
So,
because it's gonna be done way before the open house, or the grand opening,
Celebration.
or whatever, the celebration.
Understood.
So that's a not to exceed amount, but if we have to get electrical engineers and all these people involved, they're gonna bill us for their fee, or we're gonna put fees on it, because they're gonna charge them whatever the case may be, and then, but I think we can get by with that, because they got that pump running, and the pump cycled water, so as long as everybody's okay with it, if the city has to sign off on it, I don't know what they do, but
so this is for the fountain,
Fountain and helping us.
help them do the other deal.
Yeah.
So there's not gonna be any storage there, we take our stuff out of OSU storage and put over there.
I didn't plan on it,
Okay. I was just checking.
I mean, unless you got an idea.
No, I just, they're always saying we need to get our stuff out of there. Brian needs room to store stuff too, but I mean, I don't know how big a project you want.
I just didn't know where to put it.
Yeah, that's the problem. When you start getting bigger, you take space for a bigger shop.
I was gonna ask why we can't have a door on it, like a garage door, so it would be closed in, if it's gonna be, didn't you say it was gonna be fairly nice, and
Yeah, I just didn't want all that expense.
is that much higher to have a,
Well, a garage door's $5,000, $6,000,
I know, but in the
For
long
one.
run,
but then you'd have to have 6 of them,
6 of them, what,
or 6 garage doors.
why couldn't you have one and the, I mean, why would you have to have?
Well, because it's gonna be,
It's gonna be open and
yeah, the way that they're gonna park, it's just gonna be,
Like a covered parking spot,
Yeah.
basically.
I wanted to do my idea was to do the ones that, the shade, like at the car dealers, but I've heard horror stories, everybody says don't do them. I talked to multiple people and they said don't do them, so.
So you just wanna do something inexpensive to keep the.
Yeah,
Hail and
keep the
weather.
sun and the hail off they'll last longer.
But it's gonna look nice.
It'll look nice, yeah. Yeah, so that's the proposal for that, so if you're okay with it. I mean, we've talked to, I tried to do this and couldn't get anybody to do it, and Kyler finally found somebody in South Texas that will give them information on it.
Now we're talking about the fountain.
Fountain,
Okay.
nobody wants to do anything with it,
Yeah, so,
it's not a big enough job.
The guy that I've been talking to, he won't even call me back.
Yeah, they
He's
won't.
gone now. And, just this morning, I had found some local people that may be interested, but they ain't called me back either, so.
Yeah, so anyway, I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Wants to sign the top of that proposal.
Yes.
Brian, what do you, give me a put on here, what day's the date? A
Today's
date,
the ninth, today's the
a
ninth.
date till July 1?
That gives you enough time.
Yeah, it's better.
Our open house isn't until October, so
Yeah.
you know, give yourself a little more time just to be sure.
Okay.
Just do August.
consideration, discussion, and possible action on a proposal from Allied Elevator Services, Inc. to troubleshoot the break and provide labor and necessary repairs to the courthouse elevators.
Okay, so this one is stuff they came and did last week. They had to hoist that to the top, and it's whatever that is, $8,700, $7,900.
Yeah, it's 760148.
Yeah, so I was sick, but I was on the phone with Allied. So this happened prior to last week, and I was coming back from Fairview, and it broke down on a Friday. I was coming back from Fairview, and Schindler calls me out of the blue and says, hey, how's your elevator doing? I said, well, actually, it's broke down right now. And he goes, well, great, we'll cover it. Well, fast forward to Monday, their tech never shows. So Tuesday, I called Allied and said, come fix it. Well, they said we'll be there Thursday. They're working on it Thursday, Schindler Tech shows up. They both come to the same conclusion, it's the drive. So it's stuck on the top and the drive's out of it, and they just put a drive in the OU softball stadium, and it was $38,000. So
Which company?
Allied Elevator.
Okay.
So I got a blanket purchase order that's gonna run through here in a little bit for $40,000 for Allied Elevator. And they're at the mercy of Schindler selling them the part. So.
Do we have a time frame?
You're gonna be in shape probably by the time it gets here, I don't know.
I mean, seriously,
I have no idea.
the building should be, you could argue that the building should be shut down.
I get that.
We
but-
have people in wheelchairs and walkers trying to figure out how to get.
I don't know what else to do other than wait on them, and I talked to Brandon this morning, and he said that he's called Schindler and they will not respond, so.
So I've made a recommendation to the judges that we have someone from the clerk's office be, or someone in the area right by the first floor where the mezzanine area where the elevator leaves from. And then we'd redirect anyone in wheelchairs or with crutches or walkers or anything like that to this room. And then the court will come down and do court here for those things, as long as there's nothing going on in this room. Are you guys okay with that?
Suits me, whatever.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
fine with it.
I mean, we've gotta provide them a.
But it might be a while, I mean,
Pardon?
I said it might be a while, and I don't know what a while is, but.
But they have constitutional rights for speedy
I got
trial
you.
and things like that. We may actually have to do a jury trial in here, which would be interesting, but I think we could do it.
When would you need this room?
It depends. We have dockets on Mondays, we have dockets on Tuesdays, we have dockets on Wednesdays, we have dockets on
We would just
Thursdays, we
need to
have dockets on
know for
Fridays.
Wednesday, because we have leadership coming in and we always
that-
set up.
We will make it work. We can move things around and make it work, but,
I mean, we could change
I
places
can
where we
make
do
more
that. We
leadership.
just
Leadership's
need to-
only in this room for a very short time.
Yes,
And it's all before 9, so it wouldn't be interfere with.
it's, well, whatever time the break time is.
The breakdown, we can move to the OSU extension if we have to,
Okay,
but I don't think that'd be a problem.
okay.
Yeah, no, I think you can coordinate.
We'll make it happen. We're used to working on the fly, so we can make it work.
Yeah. Perfectly fine.
Okay, thank you.
So,
So just heads up, I don't,
I'll be there too.
words, if Schindler would just answer the phone
I
and
think he's
call
doing
somebody
it.
back, then.
We'll put a date on here too.
Where's their office?
Don't we have a maintenance agreement with them?
Yeah, we do, and, other than, all I can tell you is they're a horrible company. I've talked to Brandon, and he's the manager, and he said, we'll get somebody up there on Monday. Well, they never showed, and I texted him back, and he never responded until Thursday, and he said, hey, my guy's up there, and you have somebody else up there.
So
And I
is-
said,
is
well,
Schindler
he
not-
said, well, it voided your warranty. And I said, how did somebody else do that, voided my warranty?
They didn't make any negative part.
They didn't do anything, they just hoisted it to the top. So,
So what does our maintenance agreement
far as I'm concerned, it's null and void. So
How long is that for?
I think it runs out in May, unless you wanna sue them. I mean, I guess that's the only,
Yeah, that's right.
it's,
I just-
but I know how long it'll take, so it'll be,
Yeah, then we won't get anybody to fix it.
I think what he's telling you, Brian, is you probably ought to go to the shoe store and get you some more comfortable shoes.
We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
and I guess if it gets to, I guess we'll have to close. I don't know how to do it. But I mean, it only takes one person to say that we're not,
I just wanna make sure that we're ADA compliant.
I got you.
So we do provide access to the public.
I guess the only other thing to do, we had to come when we took through the other elevator, we had to go through the Sally Port to do that.
Pretty
And it's kinda difficult whenever we have a transport van inside there.
I got you. Okay, well, we'll be in touch. So, yeah, there's more, but they won't, that's the same. Yeah.
I will, make a motion to approve this.
I'll second.
Roll call. Motion carries.
We're glad we didn't put one in this building.
Single floor from now on. There we go.
So what days do we need to know to set over there?
Sounds like starting today.
She's giving me a look on that.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move back up to number 6. Looks like Mrs. Mullins made it.
Yes.
So,
Oh my goodness. I made it. Thank you, guys.
so we'll open up number 6, consideration discussion with Jennifer Mullen and Robert McBee of Air Med Care Network regarding business membership.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know we visited last year, a little bit. I didn't get to come here though and speak with you guys, about trying to get you guys back with us on our membership for the county. I believe you've had it before in the past, and were you guys here when you had our membership for everybody in the county? By chance?
I don't think I was.
I think I will.
No. Okay. And so what it does, I think we were thinking about doing this census plan. And you guys would own the census plan. And it's a slot system, so if anybody were to leave and then you have somebody else hired and come in, then they would just take over that slot, but the county would own it. And 139 employees, I believe, over the county. So that would be 75 a year. But you can also do multi-year plans as well. So like the 3-year plan, if you wanted to, would be 195. And this just covers if anybody was ever flown in the whole household, the employee's whole household, it would be $0 out of pocket, no matter what your insurance is. So it would just save them tremendously financially, because sometimes your insurance will cover it, sometimes it doesn't, so.
So we got, what we got now? Air Massive.
Yeah,
You currently have the Massive program.
yeah,
So Massive will tell you it covers all air, all ground. They're not here here to defend themselves, so I'm not gonna run them down, but just make sure you read your terms and conditions, because sometimes they do not cover your flights. Depending of, let's just say there's things in the terms and conditions that would eliminate them from covering that. Ours is 100%. You have the membership, there is nothing that's gonna be exemplary to that. It doesn't matter. If your major medical comes back and says, flight was not medically necessary for any reason, which we all know major medical insurances will deny lots of things, it does not matter. If you have that membership, no matter what happens, that flight will be covered by that membership for you or anybody in your family. So it is not just here locally. Our base in Ponca City is the one that covers you guys mostly from here, ones that fly in here. We've got 320 locations across 39 states, and this membership goes to each and every one of those as well. So the only caveat that you have to do is fly one of our helicopters at any time in any location. That's from the scene of an accident to a hospital and/or hospital-to-hospital transfer. So, like if you were put in here or Ponca City or any of those, and you had to be taken to a higher level of trauma care, that also covers, that membership will cover you for that transport as well. But again, the way the census plan truly works is like, again, as long as they're employed through the county, they have that membership. The moment that person resigns, terminated, whatever the case may be, that person is no longer covered. Whomever you put back into place or anybody that gets back into that program up until we renew the next year automatically gets covered on that program for you. And then we renew it each year.
But you guys don't cover ground, right?
We do not cover ground, no, sir. This is just air only, so, it's the emergent coverage. We do offer some other things too that could be interesting to some of you guys if you wanna look at. You guys in the past have done the census plan to where you guys covered your employees through the emergency program. There's another program we have too called Fly You Home. So if you're more than 150 nautical miles away from home, injured in a hospital, want to be transferred back to your closest hospital that's gonna meet your medical needs to your home, anywhere in the lower 48, we can have that service as well. You could offer as a payroll deduction or something. If somebody travels a lot, like if you guys travel a lot, something to think about. You know, I know you and I were talking about cruises and things earlier. I'll do our international service because it does the same thing, except overseas. So if you're there, if it gets you back home, can fly a family member with you as well. Full fixed wing service, so it's full service as well. Great thing to offer the employees that may travel a lot and let them do it as a payroll deduction. By doing that, they still get the benefit of doing it through your program as well, the discount. So what's your total employee count, you went 39, is that correct? Somewhere around there? Yeah, so your cost would be that $75 per employee per year, not per month, that's a per year number. So you'd be out, if you were gonna do that for your employees, 10-4-25. We cover every employee you have for a year. And their families.
You say families, is that people that live in the household?
Yes, sir. And we define that as a household coverage instead of family, because let's face it, the households today are totally different than they were 20, 30 years ago. So as long as that is their permanent resident, whether they're married, whether they're not, if they live under roof, you can add them to your membership at no additional fee. So it covers kiddos, college kids, as long as they're undergrads in college, no matter where they go. If they decide to go to the University of Arkansas, University of Texas, University of Colorado, they're still covered under your plan through your household plan until they get to graduate level. Then they're kind of on their own. They're usually adults by then. So unless they still live with mom and dad, which happens.
I've had somebody ask me about an exchange student, and I was like, yeah, they're living at your household, your resident, so they're covered.
Does it matter what company flies you?
Yes, has to be us. That's the only caveat. But when you look at it, 79 or 75, per employee per year, and you look at the helicopters that's around you, I mean, we have 28 helicopters stationed in Oklahoma. We have 45 that fly in and out. We're multi-licensed across every state. So Kansas can fly in here, Arkansas can fly in, Texas can fly in. So we've got 45 that fly in and out of Oklahoma, 28 stationed in Oklahoma. And that number could be changing soon. So
Do you have stats on how many flights you all have done in K County and how many flights the other ones have done?
I can get some of those stats. I don't have them here with me today. That's our operations side. I can tell you as an organization, just us alone, throughout the nation, we live every 3.9 minutes with patients, if that gives you any idea how much that flight volume
concern I would have is that we've had accidents where we've had 2 or 3 helicopters
Sure.
have to come in, and it just, most serious goes first, and, you know, you don't get to say, I want to be on that helicopter. It's
Exactly.
based on their,
At that point, yeah, and that's a good, that's another good thing too. If you're stuck at a hospital and you need to be transferred, you can actually ask if you have a membership for air evac to transfer you. So,
The scene of the accident, it's best that they call the closest helicopter to that emergency situation, of course. And is that always gonna be us? It may not be. But you look at it again, you look at the cost and the affordability of it, that's the most important piece. And also, we wanna make sure at that time, it's about the patient and getting them till that level of trauma care. Because we may be in the air with the patient, we could be down for maintenance, something of that nature. We will automatically, if we get dispatched to that location and we're in the air or down for maintenance, we'll dispatch another helicopter even if it's not ours. Because we wanna make sure we get that patient taken care of. But unfortunately, if it is another helicopter organization, we can't cover that, you know, because of just laws. You probably understand that way better than I do. Because we're not in insurance, we're in membership. So there's a difference. That's the reason why our cost is so affordable, at $75 a year.
Any other questions?
Yeah, throw me a curveball. I'll try to answer it for you. I wanna be as transparent as we possibly can. I wanna make sure we answer everything for you.
You got anything, Tammy?
Brian? All right, I guess we don't have any other questions.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Well, we appreciate your time. And if you do, you can always reach out to Jennifer or myself. We'll be as transparent with you as we possibly can. And if you need to see some of those numbers, Brian, I'll try to get those for you. We keep those pretty close to the cuff just for the simple reason we don't want our competitors to find out how many flights, because they go, ooh, we might want to put a helicopter there. So we keep that pretty close to the cuff just to be
you're the only
honest.
ones with a helicopter here.
Close, yes. Yes,
Do you and Paco?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the red, white, and blue that sits right in front of the hospital. Yep, that's us. And you go just about anywhere, any direction, you're gonna run into another one of our birds, so you're gonna see us, we're everywhere.
I live in Oklahoma City. I went to get dog food last night, and there goes one.
You see us fly over.
Actually, our kingfisher base flies over my house like all the time, but yes. You know what?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You guys have any other questions, you let us know, okay? All right, thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks for waiting on
Excellent.
us. Appreciate it. I made it safe, but.
Okay, we'll move on to number 11, consideration and discussion on road and bridge project, Circuit Engineering District Number 8, and road and bridge projects.
In District 1, we cleaned equipment, we washed equipment, we cleaned the shop from the snow. On specific equipment, dig out asphalt, and put in a hole on Union Street, picked up road trash, and fixed and straightened road signs. This week is finally dry enough where we can get moving.
Yeah, they got grass started bleeding today, and they worked on tore out a bridge on Judo last week and put in a double pipe. It was bad on the bus route.
District 3, we bladed roads towards the end of last week, and we worked on equipment in the shop. Ready? Number 12, consideration, discussion, and possible action on the following public service pipeline crossing line installations. Letter A. Good with it, Jason?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second. Roll call. Shane.
Yep.
consideration, discussion, and possible action on approving and authorizing requisitioning officers, receiving agents, and inventory clerks to county treasurer, treasurer's resale, and treasurer's mortgage certification fee fund accounts. So, I'll make a motion to approve. Second. Roll call. Aye, motion carried. Okay, number 14, consideration, discussion, and possible action on the following Cole County monthly reports for January 2026, A through D.
So moved.
Second. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
Insufficient funds?
Yes.
We didn't have insufficient, we had insufficient funds. Like, man. Yeah, I get those, but I don't think I should be getting those.
You know what they look like, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know what that INSF means.
Okay, number 15, consideration, discussion, and possible action on officer's request for supplemental appropriations, adding funds to the general government fund, visual inspection, maintenance, $125, CODA registration refund assessor.
She wants to do a supplemental appropriation for $125. All righty, so move.
Second.
Couldn't roll that one over.
Roll call.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Maybe we are INSF. That's a lot of paperwork for $125.
She went back in the accounts.
Okay.
Run that down every time. We talked about uniform money. All right, number 16, consideration, discussion, and possible action on the following cash fund estimates of needs and request for appropriations, A through T.
So move.
Second, roll call. Aye. Aye, motion carries.
Coach Carter.
11 o'clock.
You better hurry.
I'm gonna make it.
Your granddaughter will probably park there.
Yes, we'll come up there.
It's local.
Yeah, no, it's county shift now. I saw where your granddaughter did good last weekend.
She won overall grand champion yesterday. And she won showmanship, junior showmanship. Yeah, pretty proud.
How old is she now?
14.
I believe how three possible.
9-year-old got a little mad because she didn't win. She said the judge didn't like her.
It's usually the judge's fault, or the referee.
It always goes back to that.
It's funny that your 9-year-old said that. Jason said that same very thing this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, number 17, consideration, discussion, and possible action on bid number 2026-7, Peckham Road overlay, District Number 2, open the BOCC meeting 2/2/26.
Make a motion to approve Evans and Associates for $1,309,765.99.
Second.
Roll call.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Which was the only bid, low bid and only bid. You want to find this, Chairman?
Ian, over there.
Well, there's the first one.
There's several throughout there.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's a duplicate copy, I don't know what. Have you made copies of, you got to make copies of those, have you?
Sticky notes down here.
But don't sign the don't get into the contract. So you don't need to sign anything else. The only thing you need to sign is that BABA, that way they said that they got that, so you're good.
All right, thank you, Jason. Number 18, new business. New business is used here in, shall mean any matter not known about or which could not have been reasonably foreseen prior to the time posted. Any new business?
Yeah, that door up there on this building, that north door, they're, had to order some parts to fix it, so it should be fixed pretty soon. They're having problems with it.
Did you get PO?
Junior just got, yeah, I got,
All right, thank you.
Was there anything about the equipment for the Call City Fire Department, the approval of that check going out? It's all been submitted and just waiting for a check.
I don't know if it's in here or not.
PO?
Yeah, looking at Geno's. I guess that's what he's talking about.
Drive, Call City to Sooner Strength and Equipment?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it'll go out Tuesday, Wednesday?
Okay, so it's good to go?
Yeah, looks
Okay.
like. Mhm.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, we'll open up 19, 20, and 21.
It's actually two of them.
Yes, sir.
Two of them?
Yep, for sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve 19, 20, and 21.
Second.